Hello guys, so good morning. Welcome to Go Figure. This morning we're going to talk about...
It's afternoon lah, dude, by the way. It's not morning.
Okay,
it's morning for you, but it's afternoon for us.
Okay, alright. I'm an early riser. I still don't want to let go of my mornings, okay? So sue me. But it's also the reason why we're going to be talking today, or the topic about what we're talking about today is going to be related to mornings, because this particular food is very commonly consumed in the morning.
Yep.
Yeah. So we are going to be talking about what makes the best Nasi Lemak.
Alright.
I would say in the world, maybe in Malaysia or Jakarta. Yeah. So I personally haven't seen any Nasi Lemak that comes close to what I've eaten in Malaysia so far. But what do you guys think?
I mean, to be honest with you, I really miss Nasi Lemak. The closest Nasi Lemak I can find, I normally usually go the weekend, is like Papa Jack. The Nasi Lemak is the closest that I can find. The taste, even the coconut rice, the sambal.
Who do you go with?
Well, I mean, that's my problem. So
Why is it a problem? Come on,
I think what's important is not about the company. I think it's about the taste.
The taste.
What you eat is important. So I don't want to talk about the Nasi Lemak here versus the Nasi Lemak there. I just want to talk about Nasi Lemak in general. Yeah. For me, like the question that they said, what makes a good Nasi Lemak? I think Nasi Lemak brings back a lot of memories. When I was a kid, I always remember the Nasi Lemak bungkus. You pay 30 cents, 50 cents for it.
You can eat a lot
it may
of
not
it.
be the best tasting Nasi Lemak, but it brings you back to your childhood.
Yeah.
And it's just a simple bungkus Nasi Lemak with the quarter half-boiled egg, with a bit of kacang and a bit of
it's like a mini me.
And the sambal is slightly sweet.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people like the spicy sambal, but I always feel like the one that I had when during my childhood, the slightly sweet one is
what makes it better, because it's wrapped with a leaf.
The banana leaf.
Yeah.
I think that gives the fragrance and the smell.
But what about the rice? I mean, like the small Nasi Lemaks, right? We're very familiar. The rice is compact, it's sticky. But some Nasi Lemak, the rice is actually very fragrant. It's very dry. It's also got different taste.
I mean, Nasi Lemak is rice boiled with coconut
milk,
right? It's the fat from the coconut, right? But and I always feel like the dry ones doesn't work.
Why is that?
It needs, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right.
Really?
Like I feel like the bungkus, when it's wet, everything together, that's the best. And you know that it's hot, and it's still steaming.
Alright, Is, what do you think?
I mean, generally, I like dry and wet. I mean, if you ask me to favorite,
Just the way he likes his girls, lah. It doesn't matter either way.
I was alluding to that Wooster company, he made it a problem. So
I know you like dry ones as well, lah.
Yeah. So you said there's no preference. You like both dry.
Yeah, I like both. Yeah, but I like a bit more. The sambal needs to be slightly sweet.
Okay, so it's not really the rice.
Spicy, yeah.
It's the sambal.
The sambal is what makes the thing different.
So okay. So this is interesting. You said the sambal is a bit sweet, and you like it that way. Some people may not, and you also like the sweeter version, right? But
it can be spicy, but there's always a bit of sugar. You can taste the sweetness a little bit.
So, when I was growing up, so I grew up in a couple of places, Kampung Baru. I stay in Jalan Ipoh. I also gone a lot to places like where there's a lot
Cyprus.
More. Yeah, well, Cyprus you can't find anything there, man. The food there is just like goat cheese.
Didn't you come from the land of giants? No. I thought, you were from.
Yeah, you said I was probably the smallest guy there, right? So
they kicked you out from the land of giants.
Yeah, the Nasi Lemak wasn't too good. So but yeah, so I realized one thing, right? The sweetness also is with regards to different people or different kind of cultures preparing it. So the Indians will prepare the Nasi Lemak slightly different, right? And the Chinese will have.
I love the Chinese with the chicken curry.
The chicken curry,
the
yes.
santan one.
Yes, correct.
That's best.
And then the Malays, they have actually two types. They've got like you said, the sweeter one, and they've got one that's very spicy.
Yes.
And spicy to the point that
the salty spicy sambal. I don't like that, man. I still feel the sambal should be a bit sweet.
Yep.
I think it comes in the combination of a few things. Like you said, every race does it very differently. I think the Chinese, sometimes the Nasi Lemak comes with there's some Nasi Lemak babi, which is amazing.
Yep.
They've got babi rendang, and then the some of them do the chicken curry with the santan. That's really nice as well. I think Indians, they have a bit more other dishes that they add on to it. I think they add a bit of their culture into it. I think that's interesting. I think Nasi Lemak shouldn't. The basic is always, the Kampung Baru one, the small 50 cent. That's amazing.
Yeah.
But then they've also got all the extra things that they add on.
Okay.
The ayam goreng rempah and all that, which makes it a lot more interesting.
Okay. All right. I wanna take the topic slightly. It's still Nasi Lemak, but I want to go to the infamous sotong sambal.
Okay.
Now, sotong sambal is like it's kind of a yes and a no, but people always, it's always a talking point about what makes the Nasi Lemak better when there's sotong sambal. Some people don't like it. Some people like it with the janggut and all that. What do you guys think?
I don't like.
You don't like
I
it?
mean,
sotong
for me,
sambal.
nasi lemak, he has to come with telur goreng, fried egg.
So you're not a big fan of
I'm not a
the
big
steam,
fan of
the
Rebus.
boiled.
Yeah.
Boiled, no. Because for me, nasi lemak has to come with sambal ayam and telur. That's it. And some cucumbers, kacang, and
How about ikan bilis and
ikan
kacang?
bilis, yeah.
Oh,
I love it.
that's nice.
You
Yeah.
know, it's a basic thing. You should try to add on. Some people like to put kangkong, veggie.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
And
man.
Yeah, they put some.
Don't
ayam,
fuck around
yeah.
too much with it.
Yeah,
lah.
they put rendang.
So here's the funny
A couple
thing.
of things is okay, but
Yep.
don't fuck around too much with it.
Yeah.
lah. But the basic is nice. If you get, if it's, you got the simple egg, the
Egg.
fried egg or the boiled one,
Yep.
and then the ikan bilis and kacang. Some fellas will just pull out, you can count 3 kacang,
Yeah.
sometimes 1 ikan bilis be hidden somewhere. That's fucked up. Don't fuck around with our feelings like that, man.
Yeah, but ikan bilis, sometimes ikan bilis is like they've got the ones we thought they don't take off the head and all that, and it just like it's just mashed up, and
Yeah.
I can't.
There's no love in that, lah.
Yeah.
You know the fucker just threw it in, lah. It's like, fuck you,
It's like-
motherfucker.
yeah,
Have
exactly.
this ikan bilis,
Yeah.
bitch.
And like the ikan bilis I used to have in Nasi Lemak is they will peel it, they will take off, and it's a bit, like you said, a bit more love to it, right? But here's the funny thing: when you mention about culture, one thing I want to share with you guys, and they said some things are good for Nasi Lemak, some things are not. Let's talk about what is the no-nos for Nasi Lemak. Can you guys share some of your experiences?
As I said, I mean, nasi lemak has to come with telur, ayam, or sambal, ikan bilis. You try to add more things, I cannot. I
Okay,
cannot.
example.
Oh, I saw this one restaurant. They were serving nasi lemak, but they were trying to make it like French. For me, it's not about the dish. The way some of those guys, they're adding shit in, like Nasi Lemak. Even the name says, fuck, don't fuck around with that.
Yeah.
It's Nasi Lemak. Just don't try to stylize it. It's stupid.
Yeah, it's got
Like,
its own character.
But I mean, things like kangkong and all that, I think subjective. I think some people don't like kangkong, some people don't like the sotong sambal.
Yeah.
Some people like it with the chicken curry or the rendang.
Yep.
But that's just add-ons.
Yeah.
But for me, it's like, the sambal has to be sweet,
Yep.
not just spicy.
Okay.
For me, that's important. And the kacang and the ikan bilis, don't just put like 3-4 lah, motherfucker. We're trying to eat properly. Put a bit more,
So like you guys are familiar that I was working down under, right, Singapore, and I had the
Down under.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I didn't have
Australia, no.
no lah, down under Malaysia lah. The one which is the suspect, but then that was my.
So did they put chili sauce on nasi lemak?
Yeah, so the Nasi Lemak there, I had to endure the Nasi Lemak there. There are some is good, but the one thing I can't stand, like you said, right, some things that I really can't stand is they put either sausages,
Yep.
they'll put spam, they'll put one small chicken wing,
Yeah.
and here's the funny thing, they don't put ikan bilis, they put a whole small fish. The fish is about this big, and it's a whole fish, they put it in there.
That's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Awesome, fuck off.
Yeah.
Set the place on fire, man. What's wrong?
This is wrong.
Well, I was guest there, so I had to, eat
Bring
it.
the fucking Zippo lighter fluid. Put it. This is not nasi lemak.
Yeah, that's Nasi Lemak terlepas lah, that one.
This is
Yeah.
fucked up nasi lemak, dude.
Okay, so
I mean, nothing in Singapore is right, lah. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's. I mean, they try to. I mean, the thing is they innovate, but sometimes innovations doesn't go very well.
yeah,
right?
salah one lah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about? Let's go more into where do you think the future of Nasi Lemak is going to go into? Like you just mentioned this now, some people are dabbing into
Frenchifying it,
it. But where do you think Nasi Lemak is going to go? Because you're right, it has a certain character. Certain people, and everybody has got a different view of which Nasi Lemak is the best.
Correct.
No
I
one-
mean, a lot of people talk about the village park because of the fried
Yes.
chicken.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not really the nasi lemak, it's the
Correct.
fried chicken that
chicken.
they're into.
Yep.
The fried chicken is the main dish. Now
Yep.
it comes with the nasi lemak.
Yep.
So I think a lot of people try to innovate it that way by
Yeah.
adding on a certain thing that's like a killer.
Yeah.
Whether it's the sotong sambal. I saw on Facebook the other day there was a fried nasi lemak.
Oh, really?
It's just fucking fried rice, man. Don't
Oh.
call it fried nasi lemak. It's just the same thing. It's just people try to fuck around with it.
So it's more for the
But
hype.
I think there's also this high-end chefs that are playing around with. You know how they deconstruct food,
Yep.
and they get the taste of nasi lemak, but it's probably in like a jelly.
There's a whole
or something.
gastronomical
Yeah, I guess,
experience.
yeah. I think that's
This
interesting.
is something like what in KL, the KFC did it, Nasi Lemak burger.
Yeah.
You know, with the sambal, and in the middle they put chicken, then they have the frozen rice.
Yep.
Yeah, people try to innovate it in
different way lah.
different ways. Like, I mean, the fast foods will do it in
Yeah.
their way.
Yeah.
Restaurants will try to add on shit to it.
Yep.
And gastronomical
Yep.
chefs will try to deconstruct and reconstruct it back
Yep.
again to get the right taste.
Yep.
That's quite interesting.
But let's
I
put
think.
it. Okay, let's put a lid on this. So, but we all can agree, don't fuck with nasi lemak.
Yes.
I think
Yes, I
that's
agree.
the end of the story. Like, Don't
Yeah.
fuck around with nasi
Okay,
lemak.
all right. Fantastic. Well,
Okay, that's all.
is
right?
that it?
Yeah, man. Okay, guys. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Don't watch us for next. But next topic we're gonna talk about is Mama Mi Goreng.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys next week. Thanks.
Okay, bye.